The Gameboy Colour was a great upgrade to its predecessor. In addition to the obvious fact that the games were now in colour, it was also smaller and more energy efficient. Its key selling point was portability after all. And with new hardware comes new software. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Snooty Nerd's Top 10 Game Boy Color Games. Are we getting tired of the city, all the noise and the mess? Want a new beginning at a new address? Then a visit to the green grass of Harvest Moon is in order. In the years before Animal Crossing came along, no one would have suspected that looking after livestock and growing vegetables could be this much fun. Expanding your farm and making piles and piles of money is both satisfying and relaxing. Both in the game and in real life. A short play session is a surprisingly effective cure for a bad mood. Money solves all of life's problems. True, it wasn't as good as the Super Nintendo version, but then again, neither are most of the newer games in the franchise. It may be redundant with Stardew Valley getting all the attention, but Harvest Moon should be remembered for the fun, wholesome farming simulator it once was, rather than the self-indulgent shovelware that it's decayed into. Mega Man is my favourite of Capcom's intellectual properties. However, as much as I love the original series, I've always felt that the X series had more to offer. Case in point, Mega Man Extreme 2. Not only can you play as either X or Zero, but finishing one of their missions unlocks a new game plus for the other campaign. In addition, there's also the unlockable Extreme mode, which allows you to switch between our two heroic Maverick Hunters many years before Mega Man X7 adopted this mechanic. Finally, Iris, acting as mission control in this installment, is not constantly interrupting the gameplay, unlike under Alia's regime. Golf. Some say it's the sport of kings. Now, I am aware that some people think that golf games are boring, but our next entry is more than just a simple putting challenge. Developed by the company that made Sega's legendary Shining Force series, Mario Golf is an addictive RPG that just so happens to revolve around golf. Raise your stats and perfect your swing as you begin your journey to challenge the greatest golfer of all time, Jimmy Tarbuck. Dragon Quest, or Dragon Warrior as it was known at the time, formed a template for the modern JRPG. The three original games from the Famicom were remade for the Game Boy Color, offering a better user interface and much more streamlined gameplay. Now, I originally considered the compilation cartridge containing the first two games for this list. However, after much soul-searching, I decided quality over quantity and Dragon Warrior 3 won out. While all three Dragon Warrior games are terrific, the third installment offers a customizable blank slate party that you can change to suit whatever situation you find yourself in. Additionally, just look at these battle animations. This could very well be the finest sprite work on the system. The only thing counting against this game is the steep price that the cartridge commands. Deep! It's effing vertical! As far as RPGs go, Final Fantasy was very much the popular girl, while Lufia was the quiet wallflower. But then you go and talk to the wallflower, and you find out that she's a lot more fun to be with than you initially thought, and before you know it, you find yourself having a magical evening. Lufia the Legend Returns boasts a unique 9-member party battle system providing plenty of opportunity for strategy and tactics, not to mention story and characterization like that found in a Tales of game. Dungeons are randomly generated, similar to the ancient cave from Lufia 2, giving it a mystery dungeon feel. True, the dungeons don't have puzzles to solve, but the trade-in is that there are no random encounters. Battles are now fought on your terms. Finally, it has just about the best title screen music ever heard on an 8-bit system. What could be better than a Zelda game? Well, the next 4 entries on the list, obviously. However, the accepted answer is 2 Zelda games. Two halves of a greater whole. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages brought back all the action and puzzle solving you'd expect from the Zelda series, along with new mechanics such as time travel and controlling the weather. We've done all the jokes, so don't bother! Best of all these new innovations is the game's cause and effect system. You will find passwords in one game unlocking new content in the other, including further sword upgrades and even a different final boss and ending. Wait, buying one game to unlock content in the other? Could this system be a lineal ancestor of paid DLC? There's a difference between being fashionably late and missing the party altogether. Our next entry sadly falls into the latter category. Arriving at the end of the Game Boy Color's life cycle, Shantae fell under most people's radar, which is a shame because these people missed out on a quirky Metroidvania with a story and dialogue reminiscent of a Saturday morning cartoon, not to mention the best graphics and animation of any side-scroller on the system. Then there are all the powers you can unlock, such as transforming into animals with the power of dance. Since its debut in this game, Shantae has become an icon of gaming, along with her weaponized ponytail.
I didn't know dandruff could be that serious.
When we talk about a getaway to an island in the sun, we think of a grand resort, lying on the beach drinking rum. Not roughing it in tree trunks and fighting off wild animals to survive.
Welcome to the Caribbean, love.
Stranded Kids, also known as Survival Kids, is a lovely little island cocktail of elements from other beloved games. The exploration and puzzle solving of Zelda, the survival and inventory management of Resident Evil, the item crafting of Minecraft, and if you meet the right conditions, the dating sim aspect of a Super Nintendo version of Harvest Moon. And if that's not enough, there's even multiple endings depending on when, how, or even if you get off the island. It's not Hawaii, but this island has lots to keep you coming back for more, even if you're not the Robinson Crusoe type. If the original Super Mario Bros. Were a cheeseburger, then this, dear viewer, would be the Emperor Burger.
Bloody Emperor burgers and cheeseburgers, I'm trying to do a deal here, now shut up, will you?
I am aware that it looks like a cop-out, having a game originally made for the NES this high on the list, but Mario Bros. Deluxe is more than just a simple port. It includes a plethora of bonus features, such as new mini-games, stickers, if you have a Game Boy printer and like that sort of thing, and even a music maker. Also included as an unlockable is Super Mario Bros. For Super Players, better known by its stage name, The Lost Levels, or its real name, the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2. There's also the little things, such as the save feature and switching between characters between levels. All these extra toppings, coupled with the fact that the base game was already a masterpiece among platformers, it truly lives up to the name Deluxe. I suddenly feel like ordering a takeaway for some reason. If you thought the original Pokemon games left big shoes to fill, the follow-up was at least 2 shoe sizes bigger. Gold, Silver and Crystal added 100 new Pokemon, but they did more than simply expand the roster of characters. This was also the introduction of Pokemon breeding, as well as new Steel and Dark types, making the game more balanced. It also includes a real-time clock, allowing for an Animal Crossing-style day and night cycle, affecting not only which Pokemon come out, but even how certain species evolve. And of course, who could forget the epic post-game? Meeting the Elite Four allows you to travel back to the Kanto region from the first game and take on their gym leaders all over again. It's something that's never been repeated again in the series, except for remakes on the DS. These games were the big culmination of the 90s Pokemania craze and still hold up today. Not only as the best Game Boy Color titles, but some of the best RPGs of their generation, and the greatest sequel you could ask for. It's possible that you don't agree with my choices for this list, and you have quite a lot to say about your own favourites not being included. If so, have fun in the comment section.